Wars 2nd Edition is a fully expandable, tactical dueling card game featuring updated versions of beloved factions, along with exciting new factions ready to join the battle. You are a summoner, a powerful being who harnesses the magic of a mysterious summoning stone to lead their followers to conquest on the war-torn planet of Atharia. Wield terrible magic on the battlefield. Awaken the dead. Drain your enemies of their power, or rain down fire from the heavens. But be wary. The opposing summoner will also be leading hordes of warriors onto the battlefield. It will require ruthless tenacity to end the struggle for supremacy. Summon your forces to your gates, then defeat your enemies with clever tactics. Rout opposing champions, or smash the gates of your foes. Anything to take control of the board and gain magic. Once you have the enemy summoner cornered, take them out. There's no mercy on Atharia.
Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome! Today we want to talk to part 2 of Summoners War 2nd Edition. This will be the setup and play. I will link the original unboxing, but for now we are going to play this game a little bit just to go through the rules. So hang on to your hats, here we come! Well, one thing I just learned is that I cannot juggle boost tokens. Now, I called them earlier mana tokens. They are not mana tokens. They are boost tokens, and they're used throughout the game. One of the things we're actually going to have to do is I'm going to grab a couple of dice. Not that I need dice, but what I need them to do is to figure out who's going to go first. So we'll just roll a D20 dice for that. From my bag of dice, I'm going to grab my dice tower, which is right here. And so, but before we even do that, I guess I should explain the setup. So these are the magic tracks. These are the turn orders, and they tell you exactly how to play. Now, normally, I would be facing my opponent, but because of trying to fit this in on my space and trying to teach you how to play the game, I just felt it best that we would just go with it sideways. The other little change is that I've actually put the draw deck for the orcs down here as opposed to up there, so I don't have to keep reaching across the board. And the same with our elven folks. And you can see I've set up. So these are the Phoenix Elves, and this is the leader, Queen Maldaria. And for the setup, it's right on the back. It tells you which cards to pull out and where they set up. It's always from the perspective of the player. So you can see we have the archers, the guard, and the gate, and the queen here. And basically the same thing as our orcs. If we show you Gragnok, you can see we have, again, from this perspective, the Tundra Fighters, the gate, the Frost Shaman, and of course, Gragnok. Now, so this is the starting lineup for each of these. Now, I don't know how these play. I have never played these two factions. In fact, I've never even really played this game other than a couple little times. So we don't know how it's going to go, but the emphasis here is to talk about the rules and get you playing. So we're not going to play a full game, but just enough to give you some flavor. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll our dice for Gragnok. And he rolls a 7. The Phoenix Elves are going to roll 11. That's Queen Maldaria. And we're just going to put them over here for now. So Queen Maldaria is going to go first. So she gets 2 mana. And I am going to get 3 mana. I have shuffled the cards up. You have to make sure that you shuffle the cards very, very well. And they're just a little bit here. And what we'll do is, why don't we put a marker of some sort, or I'll just use my handy die here. And you can see here, and we'll just go through the phases as they come up, and so that we can catch all the phases. We'll get faster, but I want to go through them as fairly slowly to start off with, just to give you the rules. So we've shown you how we set up the game. We've normally the draw would be here. We have 3 magic here and 2 magic here because Queen Maldria is going first. We have our boosts. We have our dice. We don't need that many dice, but because I had the master set and the starter set, I've got tons of dice and our hit markers and our boost markers. And boosts do things for different units, and they go on. For instance, Groglok, if we look at what Groglok does, if this unit moves and it's unboosted, you can boost it, and then it can influence. When a friendly unit within 3 spaces of this unit rolls dice for an attack or ability during your turn, you may spend 1 boost to re-roll it all. So if you get that swish, you can certainly do that. And we have our Frost Shamans here. And now the Frost Shamans have to actually, to do damage, you're going to have this symbol on their ranged. So on these dice, and we can see the different symbols, and we'll just go through that very, very quickly. In fact, there's only 3 symbols to go with, so there we go. It's melee, range, and a special symbol. So if I'm attacking with this, I would use 3, and I would roll the dice. In this case, I would only do 1 damage. Now, if I had this, potentially, normally I would do 2 damage, but because I don't have a magical symbol, I don't do any damage. So there's a risk here using our Frost Shamans. Similar, we have momentum. Once per turn, after this unit attacks, an enemy unit boosts this unit. At the end of your attack phase, you may spend 1 boost to target a friendly common and place it adjacent to this unit. So it's a good way to save a unit if you think he's going to get smooked. We have 10, basically if we look at a card here, let's pull up our Tundra Fighters. So we have the name of the card. It's a common. It's a Tundra Orcs. They belong to the Tundra Orcs because they have that here. It is going to cost 1 mana to put out. He's already out, and he has 3 life, and he's going to roll 2 dice. And he is a melee, and he has a special ability. He can frenzy. After each time this unit attacks an adjacent enemy card, roll a dice. If a magic is rolled, you may force this unit 1 space. If you do, this unit resolves an extra attack against an adjacent card. So if he's surrounded, he likes to be surrounded. Obviously, you want to be in the middle of a fray so that you push one back and attack another unit. And we'll talk about each unit as we get there. But that is basically the setup. The only thing we have to do from our perspective is to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we would do the same thing over here. We will always refill back up to 5 cards. Once this deck is gone, this deck is gone. So basically, when you run out of cards, there is no reshuffling of the discard back into the card. You use the cards in your hand. It is last summoner standing. So you're going to have to protect your summoner, protect your gates, because if you lose a gate, you're screwed. There are 3 gates, though, some minor gates, and there's some rules around where you can place those. We'll get to that. We'll get to the movement rules and all that stuff as we go. So we are going first for Queen Moldavia. Now, normally you would not see your opponent's hands, but I just want to show you some of the things that we have. An Ember Beast, and he's pretty strong. This unit may be summoned adjacent to a friendly Ember unit. So he could, in theory, be summoned over here. An Ember Archer, another one. Another Ember, and a Horse. Now this would be a champion. So we have a champion. The thing is, of course, it costs 5. So it makes it maybe just a little bit more difficult. And of course, we have another gate. So going through right here, we have the start of turn. Now, if we had any active enchantments, we would get rid of them. So if I play an active enchantment, and if we get that, we're certainly going to show you an active event, and that stays active through the turn, and as soon as I have my next turn, it's gone. There are events that are like instants, and events that are last a turn. So we have 2 mana, and there's 2 ways of actually getting mana. First is by destroying another unit, and we certainly want to be able to destroy another unit. Plus, that we want to be able to, so we'll get a magic by destroying a single unit, or we could discard cards. So when we get down to the magic phase, we could discard a card for magic. So the Ember Beast is very, very tempting. But I only have 2, and do I go for like 2 smaller units? And he can only move up to 2 spaces in a turn. So the beauty of this game when we start to look at that is we're going to summon, then we're going to move. And all the rules are basically here. I can summon as many as I can afford. One of the things I really would like to do is get a unit on quick. These are very strong. Now, chances are that this is ranged, but I don't think I could kill him right away. Now, there is kind of a line of sight going on here. So we have to be careful, and everything is orthogonal. So, up or down, cross side to side. So I can either go with 2 archers, which is but the problem is I'd have to put an archer here and an archer here. And archers can't shoot through a structure. So that's not particularly handy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my Ember Beast, and I'm going to put it in front just like that. Because I need to protect this unit. The reason why I need to protect it is the fact that if he starts attacking it early, that could be a problem. We may also summon another gate as well. And I think putting another gate here wouldn't hurt to get something down on this side of the board. And the fact that in this particular rule, I can only put a gate, and it is free, in my 3 back rows, except if my summoner was up. And if my summoner was up, I could put it next to the summoner, but we don't have that summoner. So we have summoned. We're going to move. Now, this is a melee. So we are going to move up 1 space, just like that. We can only move 2, and we can't move through another unit. So we've moved 1, 2. And then this archer is fine. And in fact, I think what we'll do is move the archer up 1. That prevents him from getting around. And he's still in space. And we'll move him up. We can actually move him up 2, really. And you can see right away we've boxed him in. Now, we only get 1 fight, but we can go right against the gate very, very quickly. Now, what are we going to do here? So, in this case, I don't think the battle matters. We'll start up here. We're only going to get 2 dice. Let's just see what his special effect is. A quick shot. After the unit moves, it may target a unit with 3 clear spaces and add 1 damage to the target. So that's wonderful, actually. So we're actually going to get a +1 because he's moved. So that's an advantage to him. He only is going to roll 2 dice plus 1 damage. He could conceivably kill him if we get an arrow on each. So let's just get that rolled. We'll put our board right here carefully. We have 1 arrow and 1 melee. So he's only going to do 2 damage to our Tundra fighters, which is kind of a shame. We could have wiped them out. We're going to come over to here. We are going to wipe out, we're going to roll for 3 for our dragon. He is Born of Fire. This unit may be summoned adjacent to the Ember unit, which we did. Wildfire. At the start of your move phase, add 1 damage to any adjacent enemy unit. Well, since he didn't have any adjacent enemy units, now you can actually target your own units if you want. There's a good way to get magic if you need it, but this specifically says energy. Now, we can't kill him, so the best we're going to probably be able to do is 3 damage. I will let you know that on the side of the dice, the melee symbols are 5 out of the 6 sides. So it's good that we might actually do 3 damage to him. And we only did 2. 1, 2. Which is kind of a shame. 1, 2. In fact, one rule that might get often missed is you have to basically attack. If I don't attack any turn in action, my summoners will take 8 damage. So that's important to note in this game as well. And then we're going to do our engage each unit each time. Let's just read this one. It says, each time an adjacent enemy unit moves or forced away from this unit, add 1 damage to the enemy. Shove. After this unit attacks an adjacent enemy, common or champion, you may force it back 1 space. Of course, we can't do that. We're attacking the gate, but we'll try. We do need... we did. We got 1 melee on the gate, so his gate is starting to be damaged. So after the build, I didn't kill any units. We've done our attack. We're doing our magic. Now, in his case... I think what he's going to do is discard 1 for 1 magic. And that will be the end of his turn, and then he discards up 1, 2, 3. That is the end of the turn. We're going to come over to here to our orcs. What do we have here? We have Shonk. It takes 5 to put him out. A Tundra Charger doesn't take any. Blood Rush. After summoning this unit, you may add 1 damage to force it 1 space. There's really no need to do that at this point. There's another gate. There's another backstabber. Ooh, he's a champion. Treacherous. At the start of your opponent's turn, they may spend 2 magic to take control of this unit. Well, he doesn't have 2 magic, and he gives him 3. Another Tundra Charter and a Shonk. So I think what he's going to do, he only has 2 spaces. However, he does have another gate. He might put the gate, that would block things off. He could put the gate over here perhaps. Or that would probably be a good spot. Remember, no diagonal movement, so we don't want to screw things up too much. Okay, so that'll be his first summoning, and that gives him a bit of advantage. He's got lots of little guys, so he is going to put his sure. Actually, I don't even want to do that. We'll keep it tight for now. We're going to put a Tundra Charger there, and the only other space is, I might want to save him. You know what? I think we're good just where it is, so we're not going to place him out. We might as well place our other Tundra Charger out too as well. Now you can only move a max of 3 units, which we did here, and attack 3 units, and they don't have to be the same units. Okay, we have done our summoning. We are now going to move. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move our Tundra Charger just the 1 space. And he's on an edge, so he'll be able to attack the Royal Guards. We'll just move this guy up 2, 1, 2. Again, not a diagonally, even though it looks like it's a diagonal move. And I think I'm going to move Grok so I can get a boost on it. And I would think we'll move him just 1 to behind our fighters. And that way we can get a boost on him. And that is the end of his turn. At this point in time, we have summoned, we have moved. We could build. I don't know if I'm going to build my other gate quite yet. So we're going to skip that phase. We're going to go to attack. I think it's worth our while to go after... Right now, we're going to take our... He can't do anything. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have moved him up. Anyway, so we're going to fight our frozen shaman. And we're going to roll 3 dice. Now, we're looking for arrows and a magic symbol. We have an arrow symbol, 2 of them, plus the magic symbol. So we're going to do 2 damage to our dragon here. 1, 2. We are going to now take our Tundra Charger for 2. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to kill a unit. 1, 2. So we're going to put 2 more in here, so he has a 3. That's pretty brutal that I haven't destroyed a unit yet. And that is, and and I can't fight there. So that is the end of the turn. Okay. At this point in time, he could, he didn't actually use any magic. I think what he's going to do is discard this guy for one more magic. And that is the end of the turn. He's going to go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We haven't seen everything, of course. We're going to come back over to our player here. We're going to start. We're going to start of turn. We have no events. We are going to summon. We have an Ember Archer. We only have one. We can't do him. Divine Retribution. Activate. Your summoner has this ability. This is a standard event. After this unit or a friendly unit within 3 spaces is attacked by an enemy unit, add 1 damage to the enemy. I suspect it's an active event, which means it's going to go on the card. I will say one of the issues of this game is everything is very, very tiny. So it makes it a little bit hard. However, that's summon. Go back to our summon. I think what we will do is I'm going to put out our Tundra Fighters. I'd like to put that here. So that's going to cost me a magic. That's his first summoning. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll take him back and we will summon, but we're going to summon this guy. It's going to cost all our magic, and he is one of our champions. And it says, play. After this unit moves, roll 2 dice, add damage to each addition. After the unit moves, roll 2 dice, add damage to each adjacent unit equal to the number of magic symbols rolled. Spread. Any unit that starts its move adjacent to the unit has plague. To this unit has plague until the end of turn. So that's not too bad. So we're going to put him out. That's cost all our magic. I almost don't want to kill him at this point. But can I put a brute force out? I think no. I think we'll just leave everything right. Oh, we have a Tundra Fighter, which we can't really get rid of. Okay. I think we'll leave it the way it is, and we're going to move. There's a lot of decisions in this game. There's a lot of strategy, despite the luck here. So the first thing we're going to move is we're going to move our Tundra Charger. And it says, after summoning this unit, you may add 1 damage to force it. Well, it's already been summoned. We're going to move him up into this space here. We're going to leave our guy here, and we're going to move him up too, but I think we can boost. So what we're going to do is try to get rid of this unit here. So he's going to move here. So our summoner is actually going into the fray. Okay, so we're going to start over to here, our Tundra Charger. I think he's going to try to get rid of this guy. He's a melee. He's just got to roll 2. 1, he rolls 1, that's enough for 4. So the Royal Guardian is now gone. That's the first of 3 attacks. And we got a magic for that. We're going to come over here. We're going to roll our Plague guy. I don't think he's going to be live long enough. Basically, I only have to do 1 damage to him. He does 2 damage to him. He is gone as well. I'll just pick him up. He goes in. I get another magic. We're going to attack him. Guachnach. And we're going to attack him with 4 dice. He has 2 life. Pretty much, I think that we're going to 1, 2, 3, done, gone. 4. That is that end of that turn. That's the attacks. We can do magic if we want, but I think I think we might do magic. I am going to do a magic. I'm going to get rid of this card for 1 magic. There we are. I'd like to build up that magic Coming over here, you can see now we are in big trouble. We don't have no active magic. So we are going to summon. We have 3 magic. So he is going to play a Royal Guardian for 2. 1, 2. Then what we're going to do is put him over here. Ooh, that's tough. I might put him here. Or here, maybe. I got to protect my gate to some extent. And then what I'm going to do is that will be it. Because I really can't afford anything else. What we're going to do is, I think what we're going to do is move this unit. Still can't use that though, eh? Wow. Okay, I think what's going to happen is that he's going to move up. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not helpful. Okay, he's going to move up. 1, 2. He's going to get his summoner in the fray. Oh, and then, well, he doesn't have a lot of units here. And then he is going to use, I think that's it. He's going to move here. He's going to move here. He's a melee. He's a melee. He's a melee. I think what he's going to do is he's going to move up 1 as well. So we have moved everything we're going to move this turn. I don't think we're going to be able to destroy any units. It is possible that we could destroy this unit. But we could move. Let's just see here. It says, if this unit moves, it may target a unit within 3 clear straights and add 1 damage. So actually he is going to move 1, 2. Right to there. So he is going to move, and he's going to attack our Tundra Chargers. And he does 2 damage. So actually he does kill the Tundra Chargers, and that gives him 1 magic. We have 4. And we're going to go after the gate, which is a little bit risky for us, but we're going to go after the gate, and we have 1, 2, 3. We're actually going to do 3 damage to his gate. We're going to come over here. We're only going to roll 1. And we're going to go after, oh, I guess we should go after the, either or. Let's go after Grognog. 1, he does 1 damage. The beauty of it is, let's see, he has that plague. Each time an adjacent enemy unit moves or is forced away from this unit, add 1 damage to that enemy. After this unit attacks an adjacent enemy common or champion, I can force him to move 1 space, which it puts him back 1. And then it says, forces him to move back 1. Well, at least he's moved back 1. Let's just see, does he want to, so that is the end of our attack. He wants to keep that. I think he's going to keep that. I think he'll get rid of that. Try to push this up 1 more. And then we'll refill for 2 more cards. And we're going to come over here. 2, 3. Oh, I never took 2 more cards for this guy. Okay, 1, 2. I should have taken 5 cards. So we have 5 cards. We have nothing active here. We have 4 mana. Or 5, I should say. I think we're going to summon this Tundra Fighter for 1. And I think we're going to bring the Smasher in. For 3. He's got no mana left. Okay, we can build a structure. I think we're okay at the moment, so we're not going to build a structure. So what comes after that is the move. So we're going to move. I think our Smasher is good right here. Our Tundra Fighter is good right here. Our Plague Fighter is good right here. Ragnarok, I think, is going to move up 2. 1, 2. And then it is Gragnar's turn. I can only move 3. I can only attack 3. So I'm going to have to think how we're going to attack because I have 4 units. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to use our melee attack against... Oh, so we have Queen Maudra. Oh, our Smasher should have been here. Our Smasher could have moved... Yeah, moved up 1. That's as far as the Smasher needs to go. Smasher's going to go against this guy. He's going to roll 4 dice. He's pretty much going to kill the Archer no matter what. 1, 2. Yeah, he kills the Archer. Gets a mana. Whoa! Gets a mana because he spent all his values. The Tundra Fighter here is going to attack Queen Maudra. He's actually going to attack the Royal Guard here. Well, he's got that guy. He's going to attack Queen Maudra. He does 2 damage to the Queen. 1 more attack. I think we're going to attack the Royal Guard. So he's going to roll 2. But he does have a plague. So we're going to roll 2. He does 2 damage. He has the plague, of course. What's it say? After this unit moves. Oh, he didn't move. Roll 2 dice and add damage to adjacent. He did. Okay. So he didn't move. And so he doesn't give a plague. So he's good. And I think in that case then, any unit that starts its move adjacent to this unit has plague until the end of turn. After this unit moves, okay, so he has plague. So he's going to have plague. So we'll just indicate plague by what? An orange thing. He's feeling orange. Okay, so that's pretty much all what we've done. So he's going to attack this guy. Actually, he did attack for 2. So that is the end of the turn because we've done 3 attacks. That's all we can do. We are going to go up to 2 more cards. 1, 2. We're going to come down here. So he's got some really good cards, except he can't get anything else out. He only has 3 magic, and he's got a 3. He's got another Royal Guard. He's got a Burn, Ember Beast, and a Fire Drake. Okay, I think what he's going to do is spend 2, 1, 2 to bring an Ember Beast out. So he can put the Ember Beast right here. That's pretty much all he's going to do. Then we are going to take our turn, so he's going to move. So what Queen Maeve is going to do is to go over our Smasher. And during our movement phase, he is going to spend 0 to use Burn. And Burn says, target a common or champion, and that's a champion. Oh, it's a common unit, a Smasher, within 2 spaces and add 2 damage to the target. So he's just going to add 2 damage, 1, 2. Then, that's it for the movement. We're going to move up our beast here. And that's pretty much all we're going to do, I think. This is in trouble now because he's going to start attacking the gate. We have our Queen Summoner, which is not a good spot to be in. But hopefully the Queen Summoner will be able to take care of this guy. So our Queen is going to attack them. Basically, she gets 4 dice. She needs 2 arrows to kill him. He does. There it goes. Off it goes. Gets magic. Woohoo! That's good. Our Tundra Fighter is going to attack this guy. He only gets 2. Actually, he's going to go after... Oh, the Ember Beast here. It says Wildfire. I can't remember what that Wildfire was all about. At the start of your movement phase. Oh, he just got put out. So, yeah, summon and then the start. Maybe summon adjacent to it. So actually he would do a damage to this one guy right now. And then he's going to roll 3 dice because he was adjacent to him at the beginning of the moving phase. And he is 1, 2. He needs 3. He's got 3, so he's going to do that. And he gets another magic. We have a Royal Guard here who's going to go after him. He only gets 1. Now, he did start at the move phase here, so in theory, he would have gotten another counter, and we would roll 1 dice, and we'd do 1 damage to our Plague guy. But I think this gives you enough flavor of how this game goes. I don't think there's any need. You can see there's a lot of back and forth. We clear units, we add units. Clear units, mana starved or magic starved. I like it. I'd love to see the outcome, even just playing two-handed like this, but I've got to go back to work and all. So we're going to go down, do some final thoughts, and wrap this all up. Oh, as you can see, I am actually channeling my Sheldon Cooper today. I've got a couple of these. I think we have a... Do I have a Flash? I have a Flash one as well, along with my Superman. But well, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Summoner's War. And so what do I think of Summoner's War? This is a 5/5/5 game. Perfect for that filler gateway collection. It gives you a little bit of take this, strategic elements, summoning, balance. I thought that this guy would just overwhelm this guy, and so far not really. So, but you can see how this has shifted to the Phoenix Elves very, very quickly. I may not have played all the rules right. Again, this is the first time I've actually seen the Phoenix Elves and the Tundra Orcs. But there's lots of cards, lots of variety. Right now we're up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different factions that you can play. Very, very streamlined, very easy to play. I think this is cheap. Not expensive. The master box I think was like $46, and the starter box was like $26. I'd like to say. Not a lot in the box except for a bunch of cards and a few counters and this nice board. The starter kit comes with that fold up sort of pasteboard, so I suspect that the quality is not as good because it's just a piece of like cardboard or paper, extra thick paper. The dice are nice, good weight. I quite enjoyed it. I would certainly give it 2 thumbs up, and I think that for a collection you can hit.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Well, there's nothing like answering the 6-dog alarm doorbell. The Amazon made his delivery today. But going back to this game, everything is good about this game. I think for a filler, lightweight battle game, gives you miniatures feels without miniatures. The board is somewhat restrictive and orthogonally, but it saves the pulling out the rulers, and it's an abstracted dice throwing random game. So it is what it is. I know some people are going to be put off by that randomness because people don't like random games. You're random about getting what cards in your hand, so you could get screwed if you get garbage at the beginning of the game. But I think all in all, though, I think this is a good purchase for anybody's board game collection. Anyway, my name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and thank you for viewing. I really would like it if you would hit that like button, click, smash the subscribe button, hit notifications, and generally drop in now and again and see what's new and exciting. TomerCon is coming up next week. I should have this out in the next day or two. TomerCon is the Yellowknife's most yearly gaming, LARPing, comic, collectible gaming up here in Yellowknife. This is Canada's most northern con. It takes place at 62 degrees 47 minutes north. Not quite the Arctic Circle, but we're close. But anyway, thanks for joining me. We will talk to you next time. I am out of here. Talk to you later.